Hi Mark, I'm Rachel. My student number is 24. The topic of this speech is magical houses made of bamboo. The speaker is Elora. I'm a junior student in NCUE. I'm going to begin in this speech. When I was 9 years old, my mom asked me what I would want my house to look like, and I truly very much dream. And then she actually built it. After. I don't think I realized this was so unusual at the time, and maybe I still haven't because I'm still designing houses. This is a six-story bespoke home on the island of Bali. It's built almost entirely from bamboo. The living room overlooks the valley from the fourth floor. You enter the house by a bridge. It can get hot in the tropics, so make big curving roofs to catch the breeze. But some rooms have tall windows to keep their air conditioning in and the bugs out. This room we left open. We made an air-conditioned, tented bed, and one client wanted a TV room in the corner of her living room. Boxing up an area with tall walls just didn't feel right. So instead, we made this giant wooden pot. Now we do have all the necessary luxuries like bathrooms. This one is a basket in the corner of the living room. And I've got to tell you, some people actually hesitate to use it. We have not quite figured out our costed installation. Laughter. So there are lots of things that we're still working on. But one thing I have learned is that bamboo will treat you well if you use it right. It's actually a wild grace. It grows on otherwise unproductive land, deep ravines, mountain flies. It lives off of rainwater, spring water, sunlight, and of the 1,450 species of bamboo that grow across the world. We use just 7 of them. That's my dad. He's the one who got me building with bamboo, and he is standing a clump of dangerous calamus aspirin nigger that he planted just 7 years ago. Each year it stands up a new generation of shoots. That shoot, we watch it grow amid it in 3 days just last week. So we're talking about sustainable timber in 3 years. Now we harvest from hundreds of family-owned clumps. Bedtime, as we call it, is really long, up to 80 meters of useful length. Try getting that truck down the mountain. And it's strong. It has the tensile strength of steel, the compressive strength of concrete, flame for tons straight down on a pole, and it can take it because it's hollow. It's lightweight, light enough to be lifted by just a few men. Oh, apparently, one woman. Laughter, applause. And when my father built green school in Bali, he chose bamboo for all of the buildings on campus because he saw it as a promise, as a promise to the kids. It's one sustainable material that they will not run out of, and we have 4 solid structures under construction about 6 years ago. I just thought this makes perfect sense. It is green all around us. It's strong. It's elegant. It's earthquake resistant. Why hasn't this happened sooner, and what can we do with it next? So along with some of the original builders of Green School, I founded Ibuku. Ibu means mother, and Ku means my, so it represents my mother earth. And at Ibuku, we are a team of artisans, architects, and designers, and what we are doing together is creating a new way of building. Over the past 5 years together, we have built over 50 unique structures, most of them in Bali. 9 of them are at Green Village. You should see inside some of these homes, and we will fill them with bespoke furniture to surround them with veggie gardens. We would love to invite you all to come visit someday. And while you are there, you can also see Green School. We keep building classrooms there each year, as well as an updated fairy mushroom house. We are also working on a little house for export. This is a traditional Sambanese home that we replicated right down to the details in textiles. A restaurant with an open-air kitchen. It looks a lot like a kitchen, right? And a bridge that spans 22 meters across a river. Now what we are doing is not entirely new. From little house to elaborate bridge like this one in Java, bamboo has been in use across the tropical regions of the world for literally tens of thousands of years. There are islands and even continents that we were first reached by bamboo rafts. But until recently, it was almost impossible to reliably protect bamboo from insects. And so just about everything that was ever built out of bamboo is gone. Unprotected bamboo withers. Untreated bamboo gets eaten to dust. And so that's why most people, especially in Asia, think that it couldn't be poor enough or rural enough to actually want to live in a bamboo house. And so we thought, what we would it take to change their minds, to convince people that bamboo is worth building with, much less worth aspiring to. First, we need staff treatment solutions. Borax is a natural salt. It turns bamboo into a viable building material. Treated properly, divided carefully, and the bamboo structure can last a lifetime. Second, build something extraordinary out of it. Inspire people. Fortunately, Bolognese culture fosters craftsmanship. It values the odyssey. So combine us with the adventurous allies from new generations of locally trained architects and designers and engineers. And always remember that you are designing for curving, tapering hollow poles. Not two poles alike, no straight lines, no 2x4s here. The tried and true, well-crafted formulas and vocabulary of architecture do not apply here. We have had to invent our own rules. We ask the bamboo what it's good at, what it wasn't, what it wants to become, and what it says it. Respect it, fight for its strengths, protect it from watching, and to make the most of its curves. So we design in real 3D, making scale structural models out of the same material that we'll later use to build the house. And bamboo model making is an art as well as some hardcore engineering. So that's the blueprint of the house. Laughter. And we bring it to site, and with tiny rulers, and with tiny rulers, we measure each pole, and we consider each curve, and we choose a piece of bamboo from the pile to replicate the house on site. When it comes down to the details, we consider everything. Why are doors so often rectangular? Why not round? How could you make a door better? Well, it's hinged better with gravity, and gravity will always win in the end. So why not have it pivot on the center where it can stay balanced? And while you're at it, why not doors shaped like teardrops? To reveal the selective benefits and work within the constraints of this material, we have really had to push ourselves, and within that constraint, we have found space for something new. It's a challenge. How do you make a ceiling if you don't have any flat boards to work with? Let me tell you, sometimes the dream of sheet rock and plywood. Laughter. But if what you've got is skilled craftsman and it's the busy little space. Wave that ceiling together, stretch the canvas of it, like it. How do you design durable kitchen countertops that do justice to this curving structure you've just built? Slice up a board like a loaf of bread, having carved each to fit the other. Lift the croissant, and what we're doing, it is almost entirely handmade. The structural connections of Our buildings are reinforced by steel drums, but we use a lot of hand-whittled bamboo pins. There are thousands of pins in each floor. This floor is made of glossy and durable bamboo skin. You can feel the texture on the bare feet. And the floor that you work on, can it affect the way that you work? Can it change the footprint that you ultimately leave on the world? I remember being 9 years old and feeling wonder and possibility and a little bit of idealism. And we've got a really long way to go. There's a lot left to learn, but one thing that I know is that with creativity and commitment, you can create beauty and comfort and safety and even luxury out of a material that will grow back. Thank you. Applause. The speech is finished. Thank you, Mark.